I've got a fantastic panel for you tonight, so let's get straight into it. From Adelaide, columnist with The Australian, Dr Jennifer Oriel, and from Melbourne, former Labor MP Michael Danby. Michael, you're intimately aware of the operation inside Labor's right faction. You know how it all works. You're a fellow Victorian, so you know Richard Marles well. I've always regarded him as a very sensible and sober sort of politician, but what do you make of the recent revelations about these comments, not just one-offs? I mean, they are deliberate and they are over time on China.
Very disappointing. It's frankly worrying. I mean, the picture that's been built up over the last few days doesn't enhance his reputation as a security hawk. When Greg Sheridan, who's been very fair to prospective Labor foreign minister or leader, says of him that he's made more pro-Beijing comments than either Albo or Wong, you'd have to be worried. I was over in London in 2017 speaking to a foreign policy think tank explaining how you needed to have bipartisan support for foreign interference and foreign donations things. And he's over in Oxford making this silly speech about how human rights is expressed via the Chinese Communist Party trope of lifting everyone out of poverty. I mean, it's one of their talking points. It's very disappointing. And I saw your comment last night to Andrew Hastie about it casting a sad light on his treatment of Kimberley Kitching. The worst thing I can say is that I think Albo would probably be better off sticking, for Australia's sake, with Brendan O'Connor as defence spokesman.
Oh, spot on. Relevant to all of this is the announcement of Labor's Pacific policy today, Jennifer. It's basically a mirror of what the coalition's doing already in the region, but there is a significant difference. It's this boost, a multi-million-dollar boost to send the ABC broadcast out to Honiara. I can't see how that's going to change things.
Well, I think the Prime Minister got this one right when he said that the Liberal coalition is sending the AFP in to fight to counter Chinese influence and neo-colonialism in the region, and Labor wants to send in the ABC. This is a kind of critical moment in our military soft power, hard power decision making in terms of how we're going to protect ourselves and our neighbours against Chinese aggression and military adventurism in the region. And Labor has nothing new to add except sending him some ABC journalists. I mean, to get this into context, the US is the preeminent military power in the world. Russia is ranked second. China is ranked third. We're ranked around 17th. Now, you cannot counter a highly aggressive military nation that is allied with the second most powerful, number 2 and 3. You cannot counter that kind of growth of anti-Western, anti-liberal, and very, very totalitarian regime intent with a cohort of ABC journalists. If this is all that Labor has to offer to defend our nation, they cannot be taken seriously at this election.